Oh. Hello everybody. As you already may know, I am the photographer and my name is Sosa. That's what that means if you don't know. My Instagram is SOSAO_GRAPHY if you want to go check that out. But in today's video, I'm going to be shooting what's in my camera bag. I have two bags. What I use is this one. It is a low pro. Price is like $80, I think, or 70. And I use this. This was my first camera bag, but then I upgraded to more equipment and more gear, and I needed a bigger bag. And now I upgraded to more equipment and more gear, so I kind of need a bigger bag than this one, but it's gonna be okay. In this bag, I'm gonna show you what only one thing that I hold in here, and it's one of my favorite prized possessions. I want to get a new one, but I still like it. It's good for what it do. The reason why I got two boxes is because these two is what I'm using. I got my monitor so I can see myself up here. So if you see me look up here, right here, I'm just making sure everything's focused. Here I'm looking at this lens, which is the 10-18. Focus. It's the 10-18 Sony lens. Optical steady stabilization. It's an E-mount lens. It's really good. I think that's what OSS stands for, optical stabilization. But I really like this lens. It's more of a vlog lens. It's more of a like wider POVs, but I fall in love with it. I do real estate photography with it, street photography with it, building photography with it. I do all type of stuff with this lens. It doesn't really matter what type of lens you got for certain photography, but what matters is how you use the lens. Let's say the only lens you got is an 85. We'll get into that when we get in the bag, but let's say that is the only lens that you have. You can use that lens to do real estate photography. You're just gonna have to be farther back. But without further ado, let's get into the video. First, we are going to start off with the Sony lens. This is, like I was explaining in the intro, the Sony SEL 10-18mm lens is for the A6000 series. You can also fit this on any E-mount camera of the Sony variation. We're gonna open the box. Let's get straight into it. The lens is on the camera, so I'm just gonna show you the contents of what's in the box. This isn't in my camera bag, but this is something that I do wanna show you guys because this is the lens that be in my camera bag, if that makes sense to you guys. So let's get into it. The lens in the box, this do not come with it, but I ordered this separately. This is a polarizer. If you don't know what polarizer do, let me put it to you like this. You take a picture on your iPhone of a car and you see so many glares and reflections that you have to edit out in post-production. With a polarizer, it limits them glares and it makes your picture look way more professional out of a camera and less edited in post. That's really what a polarizer does. I don't think I can put that any simpler. However, you want to find your camera lens polarizer filter. Besides buying multiple polarizers, you can buy a polarizer adapter and it attaches to the front of your camera and you can put any polarizer in. But if you don't want to do that and you just want to know how to find it, on your lens and on your camera box, there's gonna be a number with a circle with the X through it, right? That circle with the X through there, circle with the line through there, that means polarizer filter. This is 62mm, so for the 10-18 it's 62. For my 85mm, I think it's 64, 67, 68, I'm not sure, I forgot. I don't have one for that because I like the pictures that comes out of the camera because I just messed with my settings, but that's what a polarizer is. Next, you're gonna open a flat back. Then this is where your lens sit and some styrofoam. You're gonna pull it out. You're gonna enjoy the contents. If you need to read this, by all means, go ahead. I don't think anybody reads any manual directions unless something starts messing up badly. This is the lens that I carry in my bag. The next item that I'm gonna bring is another item that I'm currently using on a camera, so I'm gonna get these two out the way. This item is the T7 Plus. It's a 4K HDMI field monitor. It got 3D LUT. It has accurately exposure and it focuses every shot. Field World, by the way. With this, I love the packaging. You slide it open just like that. It's so easy. It's just like, it's satisfying, you know? And with this box, look at that. You open it, this bag is where the monitor comes in. good ASMR for you guys. Your monitor sits right here in this little box inside of this bag. Then up under it, you're gonna have your monitor cords. But up under here, I don't have the monitor cords because I'm clearly using it. And I also have 2 external batteries. I'm using one of them now because I don't want to have all of them cords to use for cable management, all that extracurricular stuff. I don't have time for that when I'm going around shooting music videos and I need the monitor with me right then and there. So I use portable batteries. These are digital video cameras. They're the minis. They're lithium ion, so be careful leaving them on the charger overnight and not paying attention to them. That could be bad if you know anything about lithium. Let's see. Oh, well, let's read this. Caution. Let that focus. Caution. Do not open, modify, or incinerate. Can cause fire and burn hazard. Do not expose to high temperatures, 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Keep the battery pack out of reach of children in an original package until ready to use. Dispose of used battery pack promptly. Made in China. No promotions. Monitor with the batteries. I'm gonna show you where I store everything and how I store my bag. I always switch it out, honestly, because it's like OCD. I'm OCD like that, but recently I have been keeping it junky because sometimes when you have stuff junky, you know where everything is. Do not keep your house junky. Clean it. And your room. Nasties. Let's get this put away. All right, guys. This is the smaller bag, my old camera bag when I didn't have that much equipment. This is also Lord Pro. I think I'm really in love with this brand because I didn't realize until right this second, which is 108, Friday, February 24th, that these was the same brand. Like this bag, my other camera bag was the same brand. This zipper, this zipper, this zipper, and then you got a tripod mount, like a holder or a water pouch, whatever you want to keep in these. Then you have clamps to hold the tripod in if you put it on this side or on this side. So let's get into each pocket and what I keep in here. This, nothing. And this, nothing. I don't keep nothing in here. Because the MacBook has this. It's an older one, so yeah. Anyways, this is what I keep in here. And nothing else. I changed it up. If you've seen this bag before, you know what's in this bag and you know how this bag is set up. This is down like this, something like that. And then it got the section, little dividers in here. I took all that out because this looked way more cooler because I'm only keeping one thing in here. The one thing I'm keeping in here is my gimbal. It needs its own space because I don't want nothing else interfering with this gimbal, messing it up, and or turning it on accidentally. So you're not supposed to turn a gimbal on without a camera on it, but we don't listen to rules, so we're gonna unlock all of these. We're gonna have it like this. If you need me to show, I did a video how to balance the S Corp gimbal. Go watch that. Link will pop up on the screen, or link will be in the description. Pop up on the screen in this corner or this corner. It's gonna vibrate a lot because nothing's heavy on here. That's why you're not supposed to turn the gimbal on. But I'm gonna put a little pressure on it like this. See, and now it's quiet. So this is my gimbal. I really love this thing. It's really handy. I did a video on how to use it, so you really don't need to see or hear much about this item. So let's lock this. Let's put this away. I also have this, Jujublee Studios. In this bag, it contains like tripods, mounts for lights that I'm using over here and over here. It also has the umbrellas. It has everything. With black umbrellas, I was using a white one. You can open these in the house. They are for photo shoots. They are not real umbrellas, so it's no bad luck. So here's my white one. I'm using the other white one right here. This one didn't work because you will see in the behind the scenes. So check my shorts and go click on those if you really want to see what happened to it. A white one, and you need another one. A black one. This way. So now. Alrighty. This It's the main purpose of this video, guys. I need to get sponsored by Low Pro. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but sponsor me, send me bags. I do reviews on them all day, every day. I will do reviews on them all day, every day. I love y'all equipment and y'all gear. So let's get to it. In this, you're gonna open the zipper, it comes down. This is amazing. This part is hard, so let's say your bag do this. Let's say your bag slams or it falls on something. This part and this part, you heard that? That's not the equipment in the bag. That's just, the support for none of the stuff inside to be hurt. But if the stuff inside props this mesh out further than this, be careful. A bag of cords that I don't need, but I keep it on me just in case I'm in a place that I need to actually use the chargers and all of the extra USB-C cords or straps, then I have them. Better safe than sorry. It's a lens cleaner. One side has this, and the other side has, there you go, this. All my photographers, videographers, content creators, YouTube, public interviewers, anybody who do anything with a camera and or a SD card and has an iPhone has one of these, or at least knows what this is because they want one. This is where you put your SD card in. This is where you plug it into your phone and you can export things to your phone on the go. This item is amazing. Apple product. Besides, you have a water bottle holder and or a tripod holder. This side, I thought when I first got the bag that this was a secret pocket, like another pocket, but when you open it, it just leads you into the inside of the bag. But I blocked that part off because I changed my bag around and I always change it. So let's show you guys what's on the inside. Open this joint up and reveal the goods. Ooh, look at that. It's not so organized, but like I said, better to keep stuff junky and know where it's set than keep it clean and reorganized and have to mess it up and mess with your OCD problem. So let's start from here. Book. I don't use this a lot, but it's pretty cool. I think it's dead. It's definitely dead. This should go on a jar. Ask because when I'm in airports, when I'm in doing street photography and I go through bus stations or anything where I don't feel secure at, you need you a mask. The cord that came with the monitor, but since this was a micro HDMI, I didn't have nothing compatible with a micro HDMI. So what I did was I ordered a 4K HDMI to a micro USB-C? No, micro USB, there we go. So I can use it for the Sony a6400 because the a6400 don't got these. It got this for the monitor, but it don't got this for the camera. It got 3 different ports. USB, audio, micro USB. It's a different type of port, so I needed a different cord for it. Lens cleaner for fast, quick cleanage. If I don't want to use the other one, I shouldn't have put that on the table. This came with my camera as well. What you do is, see, just I was talking about HDMIs. This is a PS3 cord, PS3, 2, one of them. You know what it is, you know what it is, you don't, it's okay, because I'll be forgetting. And this is the HDMI jack. I didn't need this, so I put it in somewhere where I know where it's at in case I do, but I know I don't, so it's whatever. This cord is an iPhone cord, and this cord, I keep this. If I'm on the go and my phone just randomly dies, this is when I had an iPhone 12. It's okay. I have a cord that I use for 4K HD exporting. Yes, cords don't really make things 4K, but I have found a slight difference in using 4K power cords and then using normal cords that does the same thing. I guess maybe because the material is different, the wire is different, it's faster, it's whatnot. I just like the material. I really trust this brand. It helped me with all my stuff and export my things perfectly. No complaining for me. I'm also using the same brand for this cord right now. It's just a HDMI to a micro USB, yes. You gotta love it. Nothing's here. I get fooled every time too. My mic that I'm using a Rode mic. I'm not using a WinGuard because I am not outside, but it is a little bit of emptiness, echoiness in this house, and it's like this little humidifier heat thing that runs so mold won't get on the walls, because the heat is trying to compensate for the coldness when it's cold, but when it's hot, then that's down. So anyways, this is for the Rode mic. I'm using the normal microphone right now, and I'm not using the wind guard. I keep that here, all my mic equipment. This right here, this is my Zeiss Beta 1.8 85 millimeter lens. You gotta love this bad boy. I'm actually selling this lens, so if you want it, you can just go to my Instagram. I'm gonna put a post up today actually talking about it. Zeiss Beta's 1.8 f-stop 85 millimeter lens. Portrait lenses for people who want to give lenses a name. All lenses can do all things. You just have to know how to use it. And it was made in Japan. It's one of my favorite lenses. This right here, you can manually focus with this. You get real close to your subject, and it's hot. It's amazing. You can take this off, turn it around. You can lock it in there if you want a shorter, bulkier, stocker lens. But if you want to make it look long and like you more professional, you take it off like this, lock it back like that. It's really cool. I really let this lens up for sale. This is the USB-C. I use this for my battery packs, or I also use this for my light, this one. You could turn this on. It's really bright. It's for like simple small shots when I'm doing detailed shots like this and I just want a light to, you know, cool. And it can get really bright like this. So you can use it on big cameras, you can use it on me, you can use it on all this. It's really cool, see? But I can use it on this, and I also can use it on my other light, which is this one, which leads me to my next unboxing. Amazing velvet, black velvet bag. This right here is an ambient full light. 2500 mAh, 8 watts, made in China. Input is a Type-C 5V/2A. If you want to decipher that, you can. But I like using this light because it gets bright like this. I can do overhead shots. I can do close-up shots, reveals, car windows, passing. And this isn't the only setting. You have multiple settings. Button right here on the left. You press it, you can go up and down and change it to what you need. You press up and down to change it if you want more, or if you want less. You see how the color change? You press this set button next to the power button. You can change it from here. You go down to this. You can change this just as well by pressing up. It's so many modes on here. This place needs to sponsor me too. That's all I got to say. It's like on the gimbal, so you can actually have it slide or whatnot. This is the lens cap for my camera. Like I said, it's messy. This is my camera charger. All this just sits right here because why not? I know this is what I use frequently, so if I use it, I don't have to mess up the rest. I can just go right here in the center. On this side, this is just the caps toward my camera and my lens to lock them off when I take them all the way down, like strip them naked. This right here is one of the coolest things that came with the bag, right? You can open this up, right? Let me show you how sweet this is. Once you open this bag, it becomes a rainproof bonnet for your freaking bag and or camera, whatever you want to use it for. But for the video, we're gonna keep it up here. Okay? So, oh wait, I gotta take that off. I couldn't hear myself talk. Here, I have gloves. When it's a little chilly, I put these gloves on, leave my finger exposed so I can click my focus on the screen wherever I need to. I have 2 of these gloves. They're really good. They are all in motion gloves. I got these. They are workout gloves, and I just use them for photography uses. 2 birds, 1 pair of gloves. Right here is the charger batteries, and let me show you what the batteries are, what the battery look like for the monitor, and what the battery look like for my camera. If you're a photographer, if you're a starting photographer, you always need to get extra batteries because 1 isn't enough. I had to learn that the easy way. You put it in, you clamp it down. The other one is clearly on the camera being used, well, on the monitor. With this one, I got 4. 3 here and 1 there. One of those twists. You pop these in like this, and it's just so much easier to charge 3 batteries at one time than charge 1 battery 4 times. See what I'm saying? It gets the job done. So I really love these 2 things. That's what I keep in this portion of my bag, just in case if I'm doing some street photography and I run out, or I need a battery at a photo shoot or a wedding shoot or in a music video. I typically never run out of batteries because I always like to have my shots pre-planned. I write everything down so I know how I want it to go. Let's say if I'm doing a music video and the music video is 2 minutes long, I'm gonna listen to the song, I'm gonna have a sheet of paper in front of me, I'm gonna be writing down every single thing in the song, how I want the shoot to look, how I want the shot to look. And if the artist don't like that, or if he had his own things in mind, we can incorporate what I did with what he did or she and make something out of that. So always stay prepared. I really don't have to go through all my batteries because I make sure I come prepared and do everything I need to do to make sure the shoot goes perfect. But it's okay. I don't have a problem with it. And I fulfilled my goal of showing you guys what's in my camera bag, how I got my bag set up, and thank you guys so much for being in this video and watching. Oh God, look at this. That just goes to show you. I propped this in my bag too perfectly. This right here, before I do my outro, is a polarizer. The polarizer that goes over the camera lens like this, and it makes everything a little darker. That low-key look good. But it's daytime. This isn't supposed to be, I love my dark aesthetic, but this isn't one of them. So, without further ado, thank y'all so much, so much for staying to the end of the video. If you did, drop a like. If you didn't, it's okay. What I personally think is YouTube dislikes shouldn't exist unless, well, ain't no unless. Dislikes shouldn't exist. You don't like the video, just swipe out of it. You shouldn't have watched it. So, without further ado, thank y'all so much for watching, and we gone. Peace.